Welcome back to the Manifested podcast with Kathleen Cameron. Today, I'm going to specifically talk about spirituality and the connection to manifestation and everything you need to know about it. I want to start this episode by prefacing that, to me, there's 3 different parts or planes of manifestation. So the wholeness of who you are operates on these 3 planes. And when you learn to line up your spirituality, your mind, and your body all together, so line it all up spiritually, that's how you're able to manifest more powerfully. So what do I mean by we operate on 3 planes? So the first plane, and I believe is the most important plane, is the spiritual plane. So this is connecting to spirit. This is being in spirit or inspired. This is connecting to a higher power. The next plane and the next level of importance, I would say, is the intellectual plane. So the intellectual plane is the mind. This is understanding what you believe. This is reprogramming limiting beliefs. This is the intellectual processes. So this is everything from your stored memories to your observance of your reality today, what you see, and also your imagination. This is connecting to your higher intellectual faculties, all of the stuff that the mind comprises of. And then the third plane is the physical plane. So this is the 3D physical world. This is the way in which you do or do not move your body, the actions that you take. And this is actually where the final stage of that connection happens in the manifestation world. So Wallace D. Wattles in The Science of Getting Rich says that your thoughts are the magnetic power that make you so magnetic. They bring everything right up to you. But your action is what makes you open to receive. So you can't just think about the mind on its own. You have to think about the actions that take because the mind is telling it to or to not do or do not do. But what many people forget is the spiritual plane as well. There is spiritual currency here in the manifestation process. So I teach what I believe my approach to manifestation is. Spirituality meets personal growth and development. So spirituality then is becoming present in the moment. So the power of now, Eckhart Tolle book, So spiritually aligned and being connected allows you to move into a rest and relax state in your life, allows your nervous system to calm. It allows you to be at a state of peace of mind, controlling your thinking, relaxation, calm, to be aware of everything that is around you in this moment. It's your awareness of the present moment. So that's the spirituality piece in my philosophy for manifestation. But the personal growth and development piece is, yes, we want to be present in the moment, but we still want to elevate. We still want to grow. We still want to expand. So we still want a higher level human experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, not the other way around. So I am my awareness, my spirit that is inside of this body, this vessel today. So if you are somebody that really believes that you are your body, I used to believe that too. But once I started to see that I am far more than the body that I'm just in, that's when I started to become more spiritually aligned and spiritually connected. And that's how I started to be in a greater state of gratitude and thankfulness for the present moment. This world that we live in, the earth that we are on, it really is a miraculous place. And the fact that we are here existing and living in all of this awe, if you actually step back and you look at it from a different perspective, you will see that it is magical and it is amazing. And it is something to be so grateful for and to be in awe of. The wonders of the world, nature, the beauty, how everything happens. Even if we think about it, the ability to FaceTime with somebody on a different country, on the different side of the planet, is really amazing. The ability for us to hop onto the internet and type in and get an answer to our question in a matter of seconds on Google really is amazing. And so spirituality allows you to see the awe of what this life is. Because the personal mind can trick us into believing that it's a bad place, that it's a scary place, that it's a horrible place, that things always go wrong, that we have bad luck, that the world is against us, that people hate us. And so we start focusing on all the bad and we forget about all the good. And so people that are in their intellectual mind that much, I truly believe, haven't had the opportunity to become really spiritually aligned and connected. And so that's why I think spirituality is one of the most important, and I believe the first place that we should start off with when wanting to manifest. So how much do you meditate in a day? How much do you visualize? Do you do any rituals? Do you do anything that helps you to connect to a higher power or a higher source? Do you do anything that calms the mind? Do you do anything that puts you in a state of flow? You know, there's so many spirituality tools, tricks, techniques, ways that you can become aligned. There are places that you can go and take meditation courses or go into steam rooms and meditate in there or do cold plunges. Like, spirituality is literally everywhere now, and it's becoming more and more commonplace. But spirituality is not manifestation. And I think that's where we get a little bit confused. Spirituality is a way of living and existing, and it's a part of who you are. Manifestation is understanding how you manifest your life. And so there are people that are very, very spiritually aligned and connected, but cannot learn how to manifest a greater experience here. So what I want to teach you how to do is to become spiritually aligned and connected, but also allow yourself to create a higher level experience while here on this physical 3D plane. So for example, there are a lot of people that are very, very spiritual and they have peace of mind and all those things, but they don't believe in or want or desire abundance or prosperity. Maybe they don't think it's available to them or that it's as important and things like that. But I truly do believe that entering into a higher level of wealth and a higher prosperity consciousness is a spiritual thing to do, because it connects you to your higher source and your higher power. So we aren't going to just ask for better relationships and not ask for more money. We aren't going to just ask for a happier life. We're going to ask for a happier life with greater freedoms available to us and conveniences available to us. And so in order for me to help people to become more wealthy and to connect with the spirituality of wealth, it was important for me to learn how to do that too. And so I stopped making money a bad thing. And so if we don't want it, we will never have it. If we don't value it, we will never have it. If we criticize it, we will push it away. And so the very thought that I don't need more money can be a good thought, but it should be followed by, but I would love more of it. Because you don't want to need it, you just want to want it, not attach to the outcome. If you needed more money today, right now, you would have it. But you don't need it because you're okay with the amount of money that you have right now. So how do I know you don't need more money? You don't have it right now and you're alive and well and you're listening to this podcast. But do you want it? Yes, of course you do. And why wouldn't you open yourself to be able to receive more abundance from our source, from our creator, from God, from universe? That's where it all comes from. So you don't get your money from your job. You don't get it from your business. It comes through your job and through your business. Just like me, the money that I bring in through Diamond Academy from the universe or from God comes to and through me and circulates back out. It's the pulse and the heartbeat of our economy and of our lives. And so everyone has the ability to be limitless in their income potential, whether you're spiritual or not. So this is where manifestation comes in. So this is aligning all three planes, recognizing I'm a spiritual person. I'm really, really well connected to my source, my creator, but then reprogramming your subconscious mind and your beliefs, and then changing the behaviors in which you work at. The other thing that I think is so important and where spirituality is so powerful in the manifestation process is that many people think that manifestation is hustling hard, working hard. It's like peak performance. It's like becoming a version of yourself that just sets a goal. Like somebody says, so is it manifestation just setting a goal and working towards it? Or they'll think the complete opposite, that manifestation is spirituality and it's woo-woo. But I'm telling you that it's a combination of the two things. It's the combination of being spiritual. It's a combination of reprogramming your subconscious mind and taking different action. But I teach it in a way where I want you to enjoy the journey to the realization of whatever it is that you want. So while you decide you want a better job, you want more money, you want a bigger house, you want to travel more, you want more freedoms and conveniences, you want to donate to charity, you want to do more philanthropy work, whatever that is for you, I want you to enjoy the journey and the process of bringing that into your physical 3D world. So I want you to be fulfilled. I want you to be happy. I want you to do this in a state of ease and flow. You don't have to be burnt out. You don't have to be exhausted. You don't have to sacrifice time with your family. You can build the life of your dreams while living the life of your dreams now, today. And so spirituality helps us to do that. It helps to center us. It helps to ground us. The other thing that I find really powerful about spirituality and what has really changed me, it's allowed me to not take things so personal. So the personal mind tells me that it's about me. The ego tells me I should be upset, I should be pissed off, I should react. But spirituality allows me to just be. It allows me not to react. It allows me to just let it be what it is. You know, harvest the good, forget the rest. Bob used to say that all the time. And so spirituality allows me to focus on what is important in the present moment and allow myself the freedom to be whatever I want to be. So people ask me, Kathleen, so what are your practices to connect spiritually? I think the most important thing is to tap into your awareness, to be aware. And so if we were to right now, you're listening to this podcast, focus on the awareness of the words coming out of my mouth. What do you hear? What are the sounds? What is the crispness of the tone of this podcast? Then shift your focus away to wherever you are. So if you're on a walk, focus on the trees. Focus on the gravel in front of you. Even shift your awareness to the table that's right in front of you or the mug that's sitting right in front of you. You will notice as soon as you shift your awareness to something specific and you notice it, your mind stills. Your mind stills. So one thing we don't allow ourselves to do very often is to just be. To be with our thoughts. To be with nature, to be with the experience. One of the things that connects me spiritually so beautifully is the ocean. And I think the reason why is that when I sit at that ocean and I see the waves and I hear the waves and I smell the ocean and I feel the sun and the breeze coming over the water, my senses are all focused on the awareness of what I am observing. And in those moments, I'm not sitting there looking at the ocean, worrying about all the work that I have to do today or what this person said to me earlier or how my feelings were hurt the day before. When I sit at that ocean, I'm in my awareness and I allow everything in the personal mind to just fall backward. That is becoming more spiritually aligned and connected. The other piece with spirituality is for me to be aware of my oneness. So we are all one with God. And so the very thing that created us courses through us. And every action we do or do not take is one that is directed by that same creator. I often say that the thing you want is God wanting it through you. And your big, lofty goals, those dreams that you have within you, those are within you for a reason. You stepping into that version of you and making your dreams come true changes this world. It's the dreamers that change the world. All of the world's greatest inventions, advancements, all the technologies had to come from people that were willing to go after their dreams. And so your oneness with spirit, with God, with the universe is what helps you to create. And that is a spiritual connection. And so people will say, well, I don't feel my oneness. And to me, it's simply that you aren't aware of it. So become aware. Start to think about what it feels like to not be alone. Prayer is such a beautiful thing, no matter how you want to pray. When you are asking for something outside of yourself, having a conversation with a higher power, that's your oneness. That's your connection. It's also about understanding that every single thought that you have is responded to. Every feeling that you are in is responded to. It's your oneness. So I sometimes will do a visualization where I picture this bright white light connecting me to the divine, and that's my channel and my source of everything. So I have a thought and it goes up the channel and the response comes back down the channel. And so it makes every thought, every feeling and action so powerful and so important for my journey. And so how could I possibly think about what I don't want? How could I entertain a conversation about a worst case scenario? To me, I want to have a conversation about best case scenarios only, because I ask for what I would love instead of being fearful of what I don't want to happen. So spirituality helps me to do that. It helps me to connect to my oneness. It helps me to believe in a higher power. It helps me to be calm and at ease. And it allows me the opportunity to relax. So a lot of people have high cortisol levels. Their nervous system is in fight or flight, not in this rest and relax state. And so we have learned over the years, our body's like, well, you're stressed, so we're going to keep you in that fight or flight mode all the time. And so spirituality will help you to escape that, because spirituality will help you to learn how to calm your nervous system. So spirituality will become something that you love, that it becomes a regular part of your day. So when I get really, really stressed, I'm like, oh, okay, I can feel it in my body. Time to meditate. Time to visualize. Time to go sit and walk into nature. Time to ground and put my feet in the grass. And so spirituality is something that you will find for yourself what it means and how you want to use it. But it represents to me such an integral part of manifestation. So as we are excelling and we're growing and we're expanding, I imagine that journey without spirituality. Not that I want to go there, not that I want to create it. But if I wasn't spiritually aligned and I wasn't present in the now and I wasn't self-aware, it would be hard and it would be exhausting. And it would be a hustle and a grind. Actually have experienced that in my life. I remember when I was a registered nurse, I had 2 kids, I was a manager in home care, 2 kids at home. I started a master's degree. Then before the master's degree was even finished, I add on a side business. I start selling products online. Like, I just thought the more that I did, the more successful that I would be. And so I just piled it all on. Give me more certificates, give me more degrees, give me more businesses, give me more knowledge, and I'll be better and I'll achieve more. And so I always felt like I wasn't doing enough. I wasn't measuring up enough. Spirituality comes in and I'm like, I am enough now. I am doing enough today. I'm going to relax right now. I'm going to go to the spa. The spa is a huge place for me to connect spiritually. People ask me, what are your hobbies? The spa. Because the spa allows me to slow down. It allows me to relax. It allows me to calm. So now the old things that used to make me feel productive actually make me feel like I'm forcing. So manifestation is the allowing of the success that you desire to come to you, whereas just straight peak performance, intellectual, mind, and physical body work is the forcing. It's moving of the 3D physical world to mold it into what you want it to be. When spirituality is attached, you can actually align to a version of you that is much more powerful. And so the spirituality then is an integral part of quantum leaping and collapsing time. So most people think that success has to take a long time. They think that it's going to be slow and progressive. I'm going to go from this promotion to this promotion to this promotion to this promotion. I'm going to make this amount of money and then this pay raise and this pay raise and this pay raise. Many people won't entertain the idea that they can jump, skip it all, and just jump to a new experience. And that's what I did in 2019 was I jumped. And that was when I became spiritually aligned and connected, when I reprogrammed my subconscious beliefs, specifically my identity around me, and when I started taking different action, and I started taking inspired action. The last thing that I will say about spirituality and manifestation is the importance of your intuition. You cannot hear your own inner guidance system when you are all caught up with the stresses of life. When you're focused on what this person is doing and that person is doing and this hustle and this and this and this and this, and you are busy and you're in your 3D physical world, you're stuck in the matrix. You're not listening. You're not listening to yourself. You're not listening to your inner guidance system. You're listening to what everybody else has to say. So spirituality allows you to relax. It allows you to calm. It allows you to listen. And when you listen to those intuitive nudges that say, do this, call this person, go there, take this course, this and this and this, that's where the success happens, when you start to trust your intuition. When I first started my business in January of 2020, by about end of February of 2020, I had hired a virtual assistant. Then I had somebody come and sell with me. So we had this small little chat that we had started where we would talk to one another as a team. And I remember I started a chat called Kathleen's Intuition. And anytime I had an intuitive hit, I put it into that chat. And I would say, okay, guys, intuition says to do this. And I trusted it. I had faith in it, and I just followed it. The name of the next event's going to be this one. This is how we're going to run it. We're going to do this. We're going to name Diamond Academy. You know, we're going to have this course. We're going to do this. And I just started following intuition, and it made me so much more powerful. But without spirituality, I wouldn't have been available to hear my intuition speak to me. So spirituality is an essential and important component of the manifestation process, but it is not manifestation in and itself. So you may feel very spiritually aligned, connected right now. How can you focus more on your intellectual mind and your action in the physical world? Or maybe you're listening to this and you're like, whoa, I'm really living in the 3D world and in my mind. Let's move you into spirituality. So I hope that this topic finds you well. With absolute gratitude, Kathleen. And remember that the limit does not exist.